Hi, I'm Mark Aaron, and welcome to In Focus by U Multicultural, where we focus on civic issues here in Winnipeg. In today's episode, we'll be covering cultural awareness and how to bring it to Winnipeg, and how COVID-19 affected one of the biggest events of the year. With me right now is Tanya Williams from Folklorama. Tanya, how are you doing today?
I am great, Mark. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. So,
Great.
can you tell us a little bit what Folklorama is?
Sure. What a lot of people know what Folklorama is a 2 week festival that happens in August that celebrates cultures from around the world. But truly, what Folklorama is a 365-day celebration of all cultures.
And how important is Folklorama in bringing cultural awareness to Winnipeg?
Folklorama is extremely important to bringing cultural awareness to Winnipeg, not only through our festival that typically happens in August, but now through the different venues of programming. So we can bring any culture to school to educate children. We can bring programs to people's workplaces. We can bring Folklorama to people's homes 365 days a year. So it's really an exciting opportunity to share and educate people about many different cultures.
Okay. So, why is it so hard for some cultures?
So, why is it so hard for some cultures to have an establishment here in Winnipeg or bring awareness to its own culture?
Well, you'd actually be surprised. There's a lot of cultural organizations, including Swedish and Scandinavian, that thrive and may not do the large events or have a presence in a pavilion right now, but they do have great communities, and there are different outlets that people can connect
Mhm.
with their own culture or learn about other people's cultures as well.
Okay, perfect.
What were the plans for Folklorama in the summertime, and what are your plans for the future as well?
Sure. Well, I could talk about last year. So obviously
Yeah.
last year we had to cancel our festival because of
Mhm.
COVID and festivals unable to happen. But what we did instead was we pivoted, which I'm sure is a word that we're all getting really familiar with. And we announced the Folklorama at home, at work, at school program. And we were able to actually bring Folklorama to over 70 homes throughout Manitoba, which was really exciting. Myself, I actually hosted a Japanese party in my backyard.
No.
And so we had these fantastic drummers that were able to come perform. But afterwards, we all sat around at a very safe distance. We learned about their culture and we got to ask questions because, I don't know the next time we're going to get to go to Japan. So it was great to learn about their cultures and have that amazing bonding experience. So we were able to do that with over 70 different homes and actually senior homes. Mark, that was probably one of my favorite things of the summer was the ability for us to go to senior homes to entertain them. It was outside, it was COVID safe, but for those seniors that have been in their buildings for so long, unable to see people, unable to see life happening in front of them, for our performers to be able to perform and bring joy and create excitement was just a really emotionally touching moment for sure. We also were able to visit over 12 schools and daycares. Again, being COVID safe and teaching children about many different cultures, everything from hoop dancing to drumming to Indian dancing. It was truly a beautiful moment. And
So,
so this year, sorry, interrupt you.
nice.
I know that was your part two of your question.
Yeah.
So this year, obviously, we are watching what's happening in the world. We are planning something very special this summer, more details to come. But right now, we've actually introduced, starting on January 15th, Folklorama at Home, the virtual experience. So thanks to the Manitoba government's Safe at Home program, we have been able to develop 11 weeks of programming. So every Friday night, 7 p.m. on our YouTube channel, sign up at folklorama.ca. We were able to produce and show different performers, different cultures. The one that's coming up actually this Friday is with Evan's Coffee Men. So we're learning about Ghana and his coming to Canada and what he went through, but also how he's now able to share his culture and teach people about it. The week after, we're celebrating Lunar New Year, excuse me,
Mm.
with Bernard from the Flying Lion Dance Troupe. And so he's coming on to really take us through what it's like to be a flying lion dancer, to everything from the stretches to how they do their different moves, to what the lion means, what the dragon means, and how it's really important to their culture. The week after that, we're having a lesson in origami. So we had over 200 kits available, originally 150, but they were so popular, we had to move to 200. And we're now sold out, free, but still sold out. But people can do it from home with origami on February 19th, learning about that culture, which is fascinating. Everything from Carnival, listening to the music, steel pan drums. So every single Friday night up until March 26th on YouTube, there's so many different cultures to watch, or even just go back to our YouTube and look at some of the programming we've already done. We've done Métis beading, we've done the art of the powwow, drum with Ray Coco Stevenson, who's such a gem. And it's been a lot of fun to really learn about these cultures, but we're able to help them survive and thrive because of programming opportunities like this.
So when you say survive and thrive, does that mean like you're helping bring cultural awareness to, like, say, Winnipeg?
Absolutely. I mean, it's, if people can't share their cultures, they die, right? So the more opportunities we can give our performers to and our Folklorama family to get out there and to perform and to share and to teach, the more cultural awareness we can bring and have these cultures survive.
And so how has Winnipeg been supporting Folklorama, like from this year and last year as well?
Oh, it's been incredible. It really has. I mean, like I said, not only those 70 performances in homes, in condos, and seniors buildings, but also during the festival itself, we did a scavenger hunt. So we had over almost 300 people participate, or 300 families participate in our scavenger hunt, which happened during the festival, or what the festival would have been. And what we did was we went to our communities and we said, okay, what is important to you? Give us a place that means a lot to you, the community that people wouldn't know about. So it was anything from parks, it was restaurants, it was meeting places that, you and I might not have known about, but they were able to share it with us. We created this really cool scavenger hunt, COVID safe, and allowed people to, send us a picture of this, you here, you doing this, you trying this food, that type of thing. And then we gave prizing away. And it was so exciting to see people's photos. You name, I think the youngest was like a baby and the oldest was probably about 85 years old. I hope he doesn't mind me saying his age, but they were so excited to get out there and still kind of feel like Folklorama, even though it wasn't our typical festival. We also started the Folklorama Cultural Preservation Fund. So, obviously last year, Folklorama, the festival, is actually a huge fundraising opportunity for our communities. This pays for anything for their building, their cultural center, but it could also be youth programming. So we wanted to make sure that youth programming continues. So starting in August of 2020, going to December of this year, we're spending the whole year trying to fundraise more money so that in January of 2022, all these years are kind of melting in, right? We can provide granting for our communities to help with youth programming. So we can, again, keep culture thriving and surviving.
And I got one more question to ask you. So
go.
So for little kids, it's really hard for them to like grow awareness because like they're so used to like their like family bubble. So is Folklorama trying to show the kids about other cultures as well?
Absolutely. And that's one of the things I love about our Folklorama at home programs. People can book parties to come to their house of any different culture that they're interested in. And we actually have it now up on our website. But also this programming we're doing for free with Stay at Home Manitoba, Safe at Home Manitoba, is we're exposing kids to many different cultures. I come from a couple different cultures myself. And unfortunately, by the time I was able to embrace it, my relatives had passed away. So now I'm able to show my children, this is our heritage and let's embrace it and celebrate it. And so they've learned, how to make different traditional foods, and we've really started to embrace it. So it's great that we now have this programming available Friday nights because my children now get to learn, as many different children have, about Indigenous drumming and Ukraine bread making is coming up soon too. So it's a great way to really teach kids.
And with like the population of K-pop, it's just like cultural awareness is just getting so much more bigger nowadays too as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, Tanya, thank you so much for your time.
That was the easiest part of my day.
Well, that's it for today's episode of In Focus by U Multicultural. Special thank you to Folklorama and Tanya Williams for their time. Hope you stay safe and have a nice day.